Alright. Um, Return of Marvel Legends Scarlet Spider from the Racoon Build-A-Figure wave. Don't ask me why I'm holding scissors. Yeah, this figure. I don't really like this figure. I had it, and I was just kind of like, meh, you know what? I don't really like this figure. Body mold is very similar to the Hasbro Red Hulk Build-A-Figure wave Black Suit Spider-Man. Jesus Christ, that was horrible. Except for, a few minor differences. I like this figure even less. You had this pivot here, which you don't have here. The feet sucked. A fat one on this. I don't even know what this is, but it's horrible. You got rid of that. And you had the forearm joint there, and these little girly hands to do the girl, you know what? Yeah, those are gone. And this undersized head, which is really weird looking. Looks like Spider-Boy's head on Spider-Man's body. But the torso is the same. The upper arms are the same. And the upper thighs are the same. Even the square-ass knees are the same. Square box knees. And then they just, did away with that extra articulation, kind of unnecessary. Alright, this is the Kaine Scarlet Spider. Great figure. And that you got one. What I do like about this is I like this joint here. This is nice. This is one thing I really love, the fact that it's on all Spider-Man figures. I think there's a new wave coming out that's going to feature a figure that has articulation here. It's pretty much the Bucky Cap mold, but it's going to have this. I think that is the only thing that figure needs that would just make it perfect. I know the new Wolverine figure, which I don't have handy, from the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure wave has that. It's its own mold with a short torso and the short limbs to really represent Wolverine, but it's got that. Once all their figures have that, it's going to add so much more range of motion, especially if you're holding guns, flexing, gripping. It's going to make the figures way more expressive. So real quick articulation, I'm just going to go through. Head looks up like this. Head looks down like that. Figures out of focus. You don't get any side to side, but you do get a full 360-degree motion. These aren't on ball pegs. These heads don't pop off. So if I ever do a customization, like when I customize this guy here, I have to pop this whole head off, take this whole peg out, and what I do is I use the peg from the Scarlet Spider figures so that I can have the interchangeable. One black suit that I redid, I used Nick Fury's ball peg, and on another one I use Scarlet Spider. That's just what I do. It's kind of a pain, but I put those in there. Like I was going on about raving about these joints here are nice. It just adds so much range. And if you notice, if you get your hands on one, this figure seems very similar to the Bullseye figures that you used to get, but it's not. And the big difference is here. This is cut out way more to allow it to go in farther. And if you do customize and paint this, you'll get less paint rub because of this. And also, this here is much higher in the shoulders. What was it? Right at the top and the side of the neck. This was made from the Hasbro Havoc, and you'll see this doesn't go in as far here. So I had to do a lot of shaving to prevent the paint rub. I didn't really realize this. I thought they were the same mold, and so I really got into it. Hasbro had just done a few things differently. Now, although this does look nice, this looks nice and, big and bulky, even for Spider-Man. This looks a little bit more lean, but again, that just allows for space. Here, it's okay because there's not really any paint rub going on there. It doesn't really bother you so much. But in the back, when I was painting this symbol on there, I had to make sure that I didn't get any kind of rub. So there was a little bit of extra sanding going on there. And here in the front, it was making indents. So that was just a little bit of a pain. See, this doesn't go in as deep. This chest is a little bit just wider here on the side. Alright, moving on. arm can go up to the side that much, which is pretty high. Then you get the full 360. Upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, which are nice, and then the hands. Down, back, full 360. Alright. Now the figure can go back that much, which is good for a Spider-Man figure. And he can go far that much, which is pretty nice. He's kind of at like 90 degrees, just looking down like he's staring at his own junk. Hello. Full waist swivel. Oh, a difference. On this side, you get the thwippy hand. And on this side, a fisted hand. And this hand was a little oversized. This figure and the big-time Spider-Man both have this hand. It's just this oversized kind of hand. There was fear they were going to use that same hand on Iron Fist, but they did not. He actually got interchangeable hands, which are great because even just for customizing, having those interchangeable hands are awesome. Now, like I was going on, full waist swivel. Now, the problem with this, it's a love-hate thing. Some people don't like these joints. Some people are like, oh, I love these joints. I'm talking about the ones at the hip, and the reason is because, yes, you can get a full split with these hips, but it's such a pain in the ass to finagle it. You want to move, you want to put the leg. You can't just have it out to the side and say, I want to put that joint forward. No, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You got to fight with it. You got to like ratchet it, have it there, have it there. You can only really go like this. I mean, at the most, Spider-Man's going to play soccer. He's not going to really be doing anything crazy. And then this here has this really, really, I guess, wide angle cut. So you're limited to go out to the side. Some figures have this. The Loki figure has this. Some people have had to mod that. A lot of figures had that, and it's kind of annoying. But whatever. Real quick, we'll just compare it to a cut on a Pizza Spidey. I've got Pizza Spidey's just laying around like nothing. One thing Hasbro did, this cut, it's up off to the side 90 degrees with a slight curve in there, which allows you to get Pizza Spidey's leg way up there. So the head goes way down there. I mean, hell, I just realized my man can smell his own foot. Well, that's with a little help from the added articulation I put in there. But yeah, man, Spidey can smell his own foot. Back to the action. Upper thigh, go right there. Double jointed knees, so it can go all the way back. And this is around the time when they implemented these new ankles. So you get all that far back, so straight. This far forward. And you get that crazy possessed ankle twist, which is nice, good for posing, gives you more range of motion, lets you have flat feet when you stand. That's pretty much it on this figure. I would say, for me, this is kind of in the middle. Not a figure I absolutely hate, but not one of the figures that I love, mainly because of the hands you're stuck with and the stupid legs. That's why people were in love with the Pizza Spidey. You see my dude up there just doing his crazy little thing in the background. Just way more expressive of a figure. The extra hands really take it over the top. I think it's only a matter of time before we get another one of these, but since they already made this figure, and this came out not too long before you started getting Spider-Man's own wave again, with all these other Spider-Man that need to get released. It might be a while before we see Kaine again. So until then, I'm going to do a kit bash of my own. Hello. We're going to just put these two together, match the paint. I'm going to do a video of that, and before I did, I just wanted to do a review of this guy. One more video, meat for the grinder, throw it out there. If you did tune in, thank you for coming in, listening to me talk. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe. I'm going to put a link to my Facebook. Go in there, check it out. Actually, right around the time I'm going to be doing this, I've just hit 101 subscribers, which is it's not anything considering some people have millions and millions of subscribers and views, but for me, it's a mini milestone. So for that mini milestone, I'm going to have a mini giveaway. I'm probably going to do that video now too. Alright guys, thanks a lot. Peace.